Floyd Mayweather fails to beat Logan Paul. Well, who would have thought it? Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest boxers of all time, made light work of a complete and utter novice here on Sunday night in his first appearance since an equally straightforward triumph over a Japanese kickboxer in December 2018. Logan Paul, of YouTube fame, is adept at being obnoxious, yet throw him into a ring with a 5-weight world champion and, all of a sudden, the 26-year-old doesn't look too clever or funny at all. The bare, predictable facts from a fight, if that's the correct description for an evening which had the boxing purists frantically running for the hills, where Mayweather used all his experience and boxing genius to pick off a game yet totally outclassed opponent who should stick to singing songs and playing pranks. With this event classed as an exhibition, there were no judges ringside, yet if there had been, Mayweather would have run out an easy winner. Time and time again, Mayweather sucked in his opponent before making him pay. Paul, who now will hopefully leave boxing alone although fears he will darken the sport in the future sadly remain, was younger, taller and heavier than the American, yet still predictably failed to trouble the moneyman who showed welcome flashes of his genius. What Floyd and Logan had to say afterwards. Floyd Mayweather. I wanted to give people a show and he was fighting to survive. He was the bigger guy but his background was wrestling, so was good at tying me up. Just going the distance was a win for him. He can grapple and was good at holding. When a guy that size is holding you, it's hard to get him off you. I had fun, he did too. It was cool. A guy that's retired, training a few days a week, for me to be retired, be a grandfather and fight a guy in his 20s. When the money comes, we will see who the winner is. I am going into the Hall of Fame, I have nothing to prove. If they are happy with grappling and holding for 8 rounds, that's good for them. I hope the fans were pleased. I have been in this sport for so long, I was letting people see I can come out at the age of 44 and bring 30,000 to the stadium and bring good pay-per-view numbers. I am not going to perform like I was 19, it's all about growth and aging. I can't fight like when I fought people like Gatti and people like that. It's sad Pacquiao is coming out to fight again. I could have pressed really hard but it was fun. His whole goal was to survive and that was a win for him. If he's happy, so be it. In the history books I will always be the greatest. Will I make a comeback? Absolutely not. I have retired from the sport of boxing. I probably won't do an exhibition again either. If he would have fought more, it wouldn't have lasted 8 rounds. I am just blessed to build a legacy and build a fortune from it. I have made some smart investments and everything is paid for. We did what we had to do tonight. Logan Paul. He was slower than I thought. Father Time is catching up with him perhaps. This is still one of the greatest moments of my life. Damn, I'm happy. You never know with this guy, I'm going to go home thinking, yo, did Floyd let me survive? He's one of the GOATs, and in many ways he controls this sport to the T, that's what makes him great. It's an honor to grace the ring with him. It's an honor to grace the ring with him. Man, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm happy I made it out. He's old, but he's tough to hit. I don't know what's next, man. I'm going to go in the water, I'm going to go to the beach. Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul too? I don't know, let me get a little better. Maybe I can end it next time? All the pre-fight diatribe about Mayweather being knocked out while brazenly dismissing one of the most glittering CVs in sport was shown up for what it really was. Just pure and utter nonsense. He was better than I thought he was, admitted Mayweather afterwards. I had some fun though. To think there were people in amongst a healthy crowd here and watching from afar who actually thought Paul, with 2 fights to his name coming into this against a fellow YouTube sensation, actually had a slither of hope really is quite disconcerting. There was more chance of a South Florida snowstorm than seeing Mayweather tumble to defeat. For the record, snow was seen once here back in 1977 and although it only lasted around 90 minutes, another freak blizzard is more likely than this serial chancer, or any other wannabe pugilist, making any seasoned, professional fighter look foolish in front of the sporting world. Paul said he would attempt to make it competitive and some early flurries proved the man from Westlake, Ohio was true to his word. With former heavyweight king Evander Holyfield ringside and a healthy crowd at the home of the Miami Dolphins, There was certainly a big fight feel here in South Florida, no matter the fallacy of pitting a rookie against someone of the ilk of Mayweather. That feeling dissipated once the action began in an encounter which was declared an exhibition rather than a fully licensed, professional bout, and the only way to triumph was to stop or knock out the opponent within the 8 scheduled 3-minute rounds. Mayweather, who weighed in at 155 pounds with his opponent tipping the scales at 189.5 pounds, skipped around in the opening exchanges, trying to lull his younger opponent into engaging before delivering a jab which rocked Paul's head back. Paul enjoyed some success towards the end of the first, a flurry of punches forcing Mayweather to frantically defend, something the Michigan native forged his career on. By the third round, Paul looked fatigued as Mayweather began to pick him off with blows to the body before a left hook smashed through some non-existent defense. As the bout wore on, Mayweather's superiority was clear for all to see. Paul enjoyed some success in the fourth, connecting with a right hook to the head, yet the most venomous blows came from Mayweather, the pick of which was an uppercut at the end of the sixth, as the man once known for giving CPR to a fish struggling to prove he wasn't out of his depth. "This is crazy," said Paul while being introduced by the ring announcer. "That much was true, yet this shouldn't happen again. Leave boxing to the professionals and internet tomfoolery to those who actually think it's funny." As Paul will surely testify, there is nothing humorous about being repeatedly punched in the head by one of the finest fighters in history. If you enjoyed the video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification before you go. Thank you for watching.